Hello and welcome to episode 28 of the HamCorp training manual. In this episode, we will launch the Tier 1 rocket, set up a lunar base including a breathable bubble, and mine the new ores that are found on the moon. So it is time to finally go to the moon. Honestly, I expect to spend some time up there because I'm going to set up some miners and I'm probably going to make like a small base, maybe just a little bunker or something. So I need to stock up on some materials. First of all, I think I am actually going to make the oxygen bubble distributor, which I chose to forego last time, but I'm going to do it. And to power it, I'm also going to bring this basic capacitor bank. I'm going to test it on Earth before taking it to space, so I understand how it works. Yeah, so let me quickly craft this up. I'm definitely claiming these oak leaves because I'm way too lazy to go shear trees. So let me see how this works. So one of these sides accepts power and the other side is oxygen. I think this might be the power side. Indeed it is. This is charging up. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and then I can just put down a bunch of leaves and make it look nice. How do I do that? Okay, I got this compressed chest here. I'm going to use this to store all of the things that I need. First of all, building materials. On the moon, I think I am going to use lathe. I haven't been using lathe this whole time. I've been trying to avoid it because I relied on it so much in the past. Specifically, lathe 0, I think? Or no, lathe 12. It's lathe 12, yeah. I remember doing a lot of this back in the day. Here's my lathe. I'm also going to need some anti-blocks for decoration, architect saw bench for decoration, some tinted glass, of course, some agon, maybe some azure. Okay, this should be plenty to build a base. Next, I'm gonna need to be able to breathe in the base itself, so that's what the oxygen bubble distributor is for. That needs to be powered, so capacitor bank. I'm going to power with a combustion gen. I don't know if I can power the bubble distributor directly, and for the bubble distributor to operate, we need oak leaves. I'm gonna take some extra fuel with me. 4 large aluminum cells should be fine. This is for both powering the bubble distributor as well as the rocket, to refill the rocket, because I don't want to be stranded on the moon without a way to get home. That would suck. So yeah, always have some extra rocket fuel. Next, we also need the 3 Galacticraft machines we made last time, the fuel loader, oxygen collector, and the oxygen compressor, so I can refill my oxygen tanks. Some oxygen pipes, maybe I'll take a few more. Actually, I'm going to use clipboard. So this crossbow upgrade that I have here, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but basically I just put a bunch of redstone on my crossbow, so it's like a gun now. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So things we need: base building, oxygen supply on the moon, extra rocket fuel, a couple of miners. I think I'm going to take 4 miners up there. No reason, just seems like a nice number. Which also means I need to make some more compressed chests and also some more combustion gens. Bunch of stuff. So let me get those together and then I think we're actually good to go to the moon. That's crazy. Alright, I got my miners, I got my cetane boosted diesel to fuel them, also the combustion gens. And I also brought some extra wood because I realized that the leaves are just going to disintegrate without any wood. So I'm also bringing some wood. So now let's fill up these oxygen tanks and then we can actually go to space. So I placed the oxygen collector. You can see it's sucking in oxygen because, as we all know, oxygen is visible to the naked eye. And I've also put down the oxygen compressor. Now I just need to get oxygen from the collector into the compressor so that we can put it in the tanks. And for that, we have oxygen pipes. And then all you have to do is put in your tank. And it starts to fill up. While these are filling, we can also fuel the rocket. So I've got my fuel loader here. So this side looks like it's the fuel side, and this side is the power side, so we need to rotate it. You can rotate it by picking it up and placing it again from the other side, or you can just right-click with a wrench. Oh right, this is oxygen. Yeah, I do need to connect directly to the capacitor bank, so I moved these pipes. Now, to fuel the rocket, we need to connect this side of the fuel loader with the launch pad, and then put the rocket on top. Obviously, I'm not going to launch from here. This is just to fill the rocket with fuel. So I need to put some fuel in here. I've got my large cell. You can check the fuel level by getting in, and then on the bottom left, it shows you whatever keybind you need for the inventory/fuel. I think this is unbound by default. But yeah, you can press that, and then it just shows you how much fuel you have. And if you also have a chest attached to your rocket, it will show you the inventory of that chest. But I don't, so. Okay, so the rocket's full. We can just break it. You know, I actually do kind of like this trophy. I might just put it there. Now, I don't know if there's a way to empty this. This might have just wasted 12 buckets of fuel. Well, no, I do need the fuel loader for when I go. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to break this and just waste this fuel. It is what it is. The oxygen tanks have been filled. I'm gonna need these as well. At some point, I'll get around to making a second set so I can just have a permanent set on Earth. I'm gonna take my chest of stuff and time to go. Alright, quick little check. My nanosuit's out of power, but that's probably fine. Actually, no, I am gonna just charge up my nanosuit really quick. Alright, now I'm ready for real. One thing I forgot to mention in my list of stuff is the prospector scanner. I just had it in my backpack, so I didn't think about it, but you will also need that. This is it. Now you don't want to press anything here. If you press shift, you're gonna fall out of the rocket and lose the rocket, so... Oh, and base is gone. Great view. I like that the sound disappears after a certain point. Okay, so here is the Galacticraft map. There are a lot of different places we can go. Well, in theory, not with this rocket. I don't think we can go anywhere but the moon with this rocket. Here's the solar system. Here's Earth. If I click it again, it zooms in, and here's the moon. So I'm going to click again, and then click launch. And then this will send me to the moon. It'll take a second to load, but here's the moon lander. And you do want to slow down. You can let it fall for a while, but you definitely want to be at this lowest possible entry velocity by the time you hit the ground. Okay. Safe landing. Amazing. So the Space Lander here, you can break to get your rocket and launch pad back. Or you can just right click to take it out. I might leave this here, this kind of looks cool. Well, I guess no matter what, we're always going to land on the same spot, so I do want to get rid of this. Cool. Okay, so HamCorp has left its first footprints on lunar soil. Now, I would do a time lapse, but I'm kind of on a time limit because my oxygen is slowly going down. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. I'm just going to make a quick 9x9, nice and simple. And I can make it prettier once I have an oxygen bubble set up. So in this room, I'm going to have some logs in the corners. I don't know how many oak leaves we actually need for the oxygen compressor, or whatever, oxygen collector to work. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, needs more leaf blocks. So just going to place a bunch of leaf blocks. Also not sure what the range of this collector is. Okay, it's active. Cool. This seems like it's enough leaves for now. Pretty slow though. While this builds up, where's my bubble distributor? Here it is. Oxygen pipe. Here's the bubble. You can see it growing. You can turn that off if you don't want to see it, but I do want to see it. So in here, I should be able to breathe. Should I risk it? I'm kind of scared. Not enough oxygen. Okay, so This is consuming... Okay, this needs 160 oxygen per second, so I need a lot more leaves. Yeah, I don't know what the math is for the for the leaves to oxygen. But anyway, this is 166. This is consuming 160, so this is fine. It's gonna take some time, but that's alright. Already used up a tank of oxygen, by the way. I have a spare, so I may as well just put it in. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, let's finish the actual building. Oh, this is very lucky. Not planned, I promise. But this is like exactly on the edge of the range of this bubble. That's cool. Alright, this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. Just a simple little base. Uh-oh, what's happening? Why? Why shaky? No shaky, be good. Okay, surely 236 production, 160 consumption. This should be totally stable. Now, it's time to go on a prospecting mission and to set up my 4 miners. Also gonna quickly set up the oxygen compressor here. I should probably move... Oh, I need to move this whole setup over 1. Okay, I moved it over 1. Bubble is reforming. But yeah, so I put in the oxygen compressor as well, just to fill up this tank. Why not? And now I'm gonna go on my prospecting mission. May as well start right here. And immediately we found 2 bauxite veins and an ilmenite vein, which is awesome. But what we're actually after are those exact things. Cool. We need bauxite and ilmenite. We also need bastnasite, monazite, and neodymium. Neodymium in particular is used for the SMD inductors, so that would be really nice. I just discovered the glider doesn't work here, which makes total sense. Oh, cool. I found a monazite vein as well. Okay, so I'm going to set up 1 miner here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Obviously, it doesn't rain on the moon, but there are meteor impacts, so you still do need to keep your machines safe from the outside. So I'm just going to do what I usually do and make a little hut. Yeah, this is fine. I just remembered I haven't made a waypoint for the base, so I should really do that too. But cool, miners here. Don't forget the chunk load. Second one, third one, and 4th one. While these miners are going, there's plenty of other stuff we can do on the moon. For example, we could do the moon dungeon. I have to go find one, of course, but we can do a moon dungeon to get the schematics for the tier 2 rocket. We are very far from making a tier 2 rocket, but may as well get the schematic. But of course, again, that needs me to go find a moon dungeon. There's also this quest, where we can get a Talisman of Remedium. Honestly, don't know what it does, but it needs me to turn in 512 moon turf, moon dirt, and moon rock. So I could just go mine a bunch of this. But I think what I'm going to do is just sit here and AFK. I don't really want to do a moon dungeon right now. It's not really necessary. And I don't care for the Talisman of Remedium. Maybe I should. Let me know if I should care about it. But at the moment, I don't. So I'm just going to wait for a bit, let these miners do their thing, and then take the haul back to Earth. I'm back. It has been a while. I went on a little expedition to Valheim, so I just kind of left the miners running. So let's see what we have. This one's done. That's a lot of stuff. Another fine load. What? Cool. Got our 4 chests of loot. Cool. This has been a very profitable trip to the moon. I'm going to leave these things here. And I think I'm going to just make a couple more. So I need a collector and a compressor. I'll do that in my own time. Oh, I also made some changes to the lunar base. I don't know if I mentioned that. I just did that while I was waiting for the miners. Alright, back on Earth. And when returning to Earth, we get these 2 parachutes. The one that's above me has a chest attached to it that has the launch pad and the rocket. Perfect time too. It's about to be sunrise. I don't know what to do with these para chests. I think it kind of just spawns them every time you come back, and they don't really have a use. Maybe I'll keep them as a count of how many times I left the Earth. or something like that. 1. Let's grab a stack of each of the new ores. So aluminium ore, I don't think we've had that before. Bauxite, ilmenite. So that's the bauxite quest. Bastnasite, neodymium, monazite. What else? Chromite, uvarovite. Cool. And that should be all of the different moon ores, I think. Oh, perlite. I missed one. Where is that? Here it is. Perlite ore. So those are the 3 different ore veins we needed. Now we can make SMD inductors, which is very good. And we can also make rutile dust, which is needed to make titanium. And titanium takes us to the extreme voltage tier, where a lot of fun stuff is unlocked. Particularly, applied energistics. Well, it's not really unlocked then. I could have done a little bit now, but the main bulk of it is locked behind EV. Like the ME controller needs titanium plates. So for rutile dust, we can blast ilmenite dust, or there's a couple of chemical bath recipes that also give you rutile dust. The way I'm going to do it is this little mini quest line here. So I'm going to do some planning. I'm going to see what kind of machines we need. I'm also going to condense all of these chests into as few chests as I can. And then I'll be back with the game plan. Thank you for watching this episode of the HamCorp Training Manual. In the next episode, we will investigate the new methods of processing these ores, obtain our first titanium ingots, and enter the extreme voltage age. Having opened a new office on the moon, HamCorp would like to touch base with new rockstar go-getters who can work flexible hours for competitive salaries. If this is you, please subscribe and join our Discord server. See you next time.